What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you have something to drink, whether it's delicious spirits or just some water to keep you hydrated, because hydration is important. Welcome to another episode of Command This. It's episode 326. We still want Dallas. What's good, my brothers? Phil and Dev. How y'all doing today?
Howdy ho. Watch Georgia get taken down.
Bro, I saw that one coming.
Yeah, usually it's Notre Dame are the ones that people are like, why are they in this?
Oregon really messed me up, though. I really wanted Oregon to beat Ohio State, but that wasn't happening.
And normally I would root for Boise State to make noise, but I couldn't do it when they were playing Penn State. Sorry.
Yeah. I picked all the games so far except for the Oregon one. I really thought Oregon was going to beat up Ohio State. Did you guys know? So there's a receiver on Oregon named Tez Johnson.
Yeah.
He was essentially adopted by Bo Nix and his family. Did you guys know that? It's a very The Blind Side-ish type story. You got to look at it. It's really cool. Like his birth.
The blind Side wasn't very cool at the end of the day, though.
No. I'm just saying it was Bo Nix, a very well-off family, adopting a young African American teenager who was having trouble at home.
Like different strokes, except the niggas play football.
Silver spoon, yeah, different.
Like every '80s Webster, like every '80s
Papadopoulos. Except
that's how you know you got money when you can adopt a black kid. We like goddamn accessories, man. What the fuck? Get you some earrings and a nigga to go with it. You know,
but the cool part is that when Bo Nix started out,
world don't move,
and then he transferred to Oregon, he got Tez to transfer as well. I forget what school Tez went to initially, but
what you talking about, Steve?
What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about? Anyways, good
Great
stuff.
show, by the way.
Very good show. Great show. I guess I should.
Well, the world don't move.
The man is born. Whatever.
Copyright. We get a copyright for this, man. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. It'll be worth.
You remember the crossover when Arnold and Rick from Silver Spoons were on Knight Rider?
I don't remember that. I do remember Dudley getting
triple crossover.
I remember Dudley getting fucked by a bike dealer.
That was y'all hold on. You want to talk about a weird one? You ever see the end of Webster?
Like the ending? No.
Dr. Papadopoulos now?
Well, where Webster ends up on the Starship Enterprise.
Come on, man.
No.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They already got a nigga on a Starship Enterprise.
It was Next Generation. He was on there with Worf. It was the one that was going on at that time too.
The 80s
on there with the old Commander Worf.
Did they pick him up from like Webster's house though? Was he like was Dr. Papadopoulos and ma'am? What was the wife's name? Ma'am? Some slavery shit.
Remember. I have no idea. on the episode where it was Rick from Silver Spoons and Arnold from Different Strokes, they were on a movie set in the back of a Knight Rider and they were going to blow up the car. And then Michael Knight came out and, hey boy, it was just a super triple crossover. It was pretty cool. But
I seen the Mr. Teague show.
Hey, you know that just to further derail this whole conversation, have you ever heard of the Tommy Westphall universe?
I don't know who Tommy.
I know Paul Westphall is.
Okay,
I know Paul Westphall.
So Tommy Westphall was the autistic kid in St. Elsewhere, right? St. Elsewhere is notorious for crossing over with other shows that crossed over with other shows that crossed over with other shows, right? The very ending scene of St. Elsewhere, great show, by the way, totally underrated. If you want to go back and watch good medical drama, go watch St. Elsewhere. Mm-hmm. But he calls Tommy to dinner, and then Tommy, he's like, I don't know what that kid does all day, right? Because all he does is stare at the snow globe. And at the very ending scene, he puts the snow globe down to go eat dinner, and inside the snow globe is the hospital. So the theory is that the entire universe of that show took place inside the autistic kid's head. When they found out that about 52 different shows then took place inside this kid's head because they're all part of the same universe.
Interesting.
It is one of the most fascinating bits of TV theory.
What's the name of the show?
St. Elsewhere.
You know, I knew you were gay. All
What's
right,
up?
reference, man. You gotta
What is
be
up,
quick.
Lord Tipsy? Turn on them noties. Hit that like button. Yes, sir. We appreciate you. Phil Bullock, what's good, brother? How you doing? Phil was here. I was late, as always. Tim Calloway, what's up, brother? How are you? Hey, Yam. What's up, man? How you doing?
By the way, speaking of Starship Enterprise, man, you gotta realize Kunta Kinte. First, he learned how to read and taught everybody else how to read and reading Rainbow. Then he was on the Starship Enterprise. If you don't talk about, they didn't make a movie from Roots to the Starship Enterprise. That'd be a dope ass movie. That's like a variant of Three Niggas. That's like a Kunta Kinte variant, bro. Think about it.
Are you talking about LeVar
Yeah, LeVar Burton. He's like Kane.
reading Rainbow?
Kane.
Butterfly in the sky.
What a great show, by the way. Take a look.
Copyrights. Copyright.
PBS show. It's
Yam's
PBS
that word
public
got back.
broadcasting. I don't think they have trademarks.
Yeah, your mind. I can't just go around and say I'm Mr. Rogers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Notre Dame taking out Ohio State. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into it. The pleasantries are over. We're here to talk some Commanders football.
Hold on, I got you one thing. You see my shot glass?
Is that a snail? Is it? Oh, it's a teat.
That's the nipple glass.
You
I
can
remember
drink that
that
in a
one.
hole.
It is a areola.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, if we weren't going to get demonetized for the music, we are
It's
for
science. It's nature.
Yeah, it's the second week in a row. Show some titties on it. Take an episode about it. Chill out.
He said TTs. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Boobies. It's my
My name's BB.
or as my
That's
kids
for my brownie.
snacks.
All right, guys, we're here to face Dallas again this weekend. It's going to be a 1:00 game. This game was flexed for the longest time. But they finally, after all the dust settles, it's here. And it's at 1:00. There's a little bit at stake here with the seating, perspective. Yeah, there is a little bit.
Beyond ours?
Well, you still have
Rams, whatnot, right?
you still have the possibility to face, the Eagles.
You gotta win.
You gotta win. Rams. I mean, everyone's going all out. Rams are going all out.
Eagles might. They said Saquon.
Sean McVay was talking about resting Matthew Stafford. So who knows? There's so many different ways. I don't know. Todd says, "Tell the Bears stop tampering with Cliff." This is tampering season, man. This is when all the coaches start getting interviewed. Ron Rivera is about to get interviewed with the Jets. Same with Louis Riddick for GM at the Jets. But when your team, when your team is already interviewing coaches and GM at the same time, you've already failed. Right. It should be GM who hires the coach. The team, the owner shouldn't hire both. Like, look at us. We hired Adam. Adam hired Dan. Dan Quinn. Yes. Sorry.
And Daniel.
So at first we all thought Cliff staying. He flat out said today he wants to be a head coach again. So
what if Dan Quinn's a variant of Dan Snyder? He's a variant of
Nah. Not even close. But do I think Cliff's gonna leave? I don't think the Bears are the best place because it's a dumpster franchise right now with terrible management and ownership. Dallas could be a possibility if they don't re-sign McCarthy, but I think they'll re-sign McCarthy because he's a Texas guy. Texas is where he's born, raised from. He has roots in Texas. Other than that, Vegas doesn't seem like a good place with Mark Davis as the owner till Tom Brady steps up and becomes the owner.
Oh, I mean, if I'm the Giants, man, I'll fire Dable, hire Deion Sanders, get Shadur, trade somebody else for Hunter.
Yeah, but you don't have the first pick. You can't strong arm someone into the first pick.
Who's the first pick right now?
I don't know.
New England should definitely fire their coach. Fuck that dude, man. Hey, they should definitely
Mayo?
fire him. Fire Derek Mayo.
The GM. Look at the GM first.
Kraft is GM.
Yeah.
So Kraft needs to fire your boy. And I like DeMeco Ryans. Not DeMeco Ryans.
DeMeco's Texas. Jared Mayo.
Jared Mayo. I like Jared Mayo.
His first year. We don't know what they can be. They just have a shitty roster.
Not fair to him, but I'm saying that, if I'm the owner of the Patriots, I'm like Shadur Sanders is right there, man. And I trade May for whoever in the top 5. I trade May, and then I go back and get Hunter.
Yeah. Todd, what's up? Todd said Luther Burden wants to come to Washington. Yes, Luther Burden. He posted on Jayden's Instagram. It would be cool. I don't know if Luther Burden's that good. He ain't really that good. He's okay. He's not like a world beater or anything.
Is he better than Brown?
No, I mean he could be. His stats this year: 61 receptions, 676 yards, 6 touchdowns. Last year, 86, 12, 12, and 9 touchdowns. He's a good receiver.
Last year.
He's a good receiver, but I think there's better people you could draft than Luther Burden. Besides just him commenting on Jayden Daniels' Instagram post. Yam said it. Bottom line, we win, we get the Rams or Bucks, and that's who you want. Like I said, it's implications all around the NFL.
I'd rather see the Rams. Do they play each other tomorrow? Who plays? Who is their game depending on the win?
Let's see. The Rams are playing. Like I said, Sean McVay's talking about sitting.
So they must be in the driver's seat of this. Well, obviously,
no, they're not. So Philly plays the Giants. That's out of reach. Tampa plays New Orleans. That should be a win. The Rams play Seattle.
So the Rams must play after that. Then.
So I think the Rams had the tiebreaker over Seattle, but Seattle's 9-7. The Rams are 10-6. Either way, the Rams have locked up the division. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. NFC.
I think the Rams. Well,
Rams won.
Aren't in the same
Rams won the division, so their play. They only if they win, it just affects their. It doesn't. It affects
anything.
Yeah, because right now they are.
Unless we lose,
the 3rd seed. If Tampa wins, they could. I don't know who gets the tiebreaker from the Rams or Tampa because they're both. If the Rams lose, they're 10-7. If the Tampa wins, they're 10-7. I don't know.
The Bucks lose is Atlanta in.
If the Bucks lose, the Bucks have not clinched anything.
That's what I'm saying. Who won that division?
But I think the Bucks hold the tiebreaker over Atlanta.
I think the Rams play Atlanta. Is that how it goes? Is the Rams playing Atlanta tomorrow? I mean Sunday?
No, Seattle. I just said Seattle.
All right. Who's playing Atlanta? Because it's between. Is it between Seattle?
Carolina. Carolina's playing Atlanta tomorrow.
Okay. I'm just trying to say who the Bucks need to lose to get in. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That I'm not sure. That's too many scenarios unless someone has an article. It's got to be Atlanta. If Atlanta loses, they probably automatically win because Atlanta's 8-8.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Bucks are over Atlanta though, right?
Yeah. The Bucks are over Atlanta by 1 game. 9-7.
Right, so Atlanta needs the Bucks to lose. Well, who's Atlanta playing?
Carolina, 4-12.
Right.
That doesn't matter.
That's wild.
The dumpster. Yep says we lose, we get the Eagles. There you go. So just win. Just win. That's all you got to do.
It's hard to play a team 3 times.
Cliff might stay and win a Super Bowl. Cliff could do the Ben Johnson thing. It's got to be the right,
Plus, Cliff's still getting paid from Arizona like $10 million. He doesn't. It's not a money grab. He's getting paid head coach money now by Arizona. Like he's still getting paid.
I think it's for 2 more years. Also,
right. So anything under what they paid him, they have to pay the gap in between. So he's getting paid head coach money now.
So what
money
we don't know.
Be the problem. It's going to be. It's going to be opportunity, right?
But we don't know. A lot of these head coaching contracts, at least, well, not his. Head coaching contracts now are so secretive. They're now putting clauses in saying, yes, I got to pay you no matter what. But if you go head coach with another team, I don't pay you anymore. Like alimony, right? Mm-hmm. It's like alimony. Like I'm good. But if I get married again, that alimony stops. So they're putting in these clauses. They're called offsets. For Cliff, I don't know. I don't know if there is an offset or not. So Marcus, what's up? Said I wouldn't trade May. He's going to be good. I would trade back and get more picks. Yeah, I wouldn't trade May either, man. That's your
crazy. I trade May for Shadur in a heartbeat if it got me Travis Hunter. If I could draft Shadur number 1, get Deion to come coach, and trade May to get the Hunter pick, I would do that in a heartbeat. Sorry.
I mean, I guess. You know what's funny
they won 5 games with May, dog. They can win 5 games with Shadur Sanders or some shit.
Yeah.
It's not making any sense.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you get box office every week.
I don't know about Shador. Travis will. I don't know.
I think Shador's gonna be straight.
He might be. I think Cam Ward will be a better NFL quarterback than he will.
Honestly. I think he'll be dynamic.
He doesn't run.
Ward
Shador is not a runner.
No, I'm saying Cam Ward.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be more dynamic.
He would.
I don't know if he don't throw the ball like that, man. I watched him play against Louisville. He should have lost.
Yeah.
But I don't think he throws it like Shadur throws it.
Yep.
But we'll see. That's what the combine is just for.
Packers can beat the Eagles. Yep. Atlanta beat the Bucks twice if they have the same record. So Atlanta might. So Bucks got to win. That's why no one has clinched the division. So Bucks got to win. Atlanta's got to lose. So I guess Atlanta's still in it, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Bucks lose, Atlanta win. It's a tie. There you go. Jets might go after Cliff too. Jets is dumpster fire. I wouldn't go to that franchise either, man. I'd stay away from the Giants. Any New York team, Chicago, and all the shitty teams, man. Stay away. Carolina, I would go to.
I wouldn't go to Carolina.
I mean,
Dallas. Dallas would the only place I go, or I'd stay if I'm Cliff.
Yeah, but Dallas is still a record.
I don't think
Bad.
they'll fire that guy. They should not fire him. Actually.
He's 7-9.
Yeah,
like he's Ron Rivera, just enough to give you a little bit of hope. 7-9.
Yeah, but he's won 12 games like 2 or 3 years out of 4 or some shit. I wouldn't do it, man. You know, the quarterbacks that are on the market aren't better than him, in my opinion.
Tim would take May over any quarterback in the 20.
This is prime.
Yeah, this relatively speaking, this is going to be a weak quarterback draft outside of Cam and Shador, who those two still are not world beaters.
Right.
I think this class 24 is going to be a very, very good class.
I agree with Tim on this, Timothy, on this one. All I'm saying is that when you're going to win 5 games anyways, man, you want to try to fill up the fucking seats, bro. You want to try to have
those tickets, those
people to come. And I don't think Shador is that much worse than he was coming out of college. You know what I'm saying? We know the end result now, but coming out of college, man, this guy was like the 3rd or 4th or 5th quarterback on most boards.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Shador would have been a bot below a 3rd, 4th, or 5th quarterback coming out this draft, man. Who knows, man? He had a lot of hype before he went back to college.
His play versus BYU is going to really.
No way Jalen Milroe goes in the first round.
Jalen Milroe, you mean what, as a tight end?
There's no way that guy goes in the
Jalen Milroe should stay at school for one more year.
He needs to stay, man.
He already declared, Dev. He declared.
Stupid.
He's very.
You know, like
if he's not a good quarterback,
he's gonna have to go.
He'll go undrafted as a quarterback.
He's gonna he'll get drafted because
they're gonna say take convert to a wide receiver.
There'll be an offensive coordinator that thinks they can put an offense around based on what he does, and he could be successful like that. Like look at Hurts' first couple of years, man. He could be successful.
Yeah, but Hurts
just read option everything.
Is 10 times better than Jalen.
Look at Richardson. Richardson was trash in college. He had that one crazy ass game in college. They got him drafted, man. So it's basically what's the kid that was in Green Bay that had a 6 touchdown game in week 17 to get Green Bay in the playoffs? Then he got that huge ass. Yeah, he got that huge ass contract from the Raiders.
Matt Flynn.
Or not the Raiders. He got a huge contract with the Raiders. Got hurt, then got sent to Seattle for a 1st round pick and never played because Russell Wilson.
And then back to the Packers.
Right. Mm-hmm. Like that could be. I think that could be him. But we saw Richardson do it, man. Had a crazy ass game, then get put into the 1st round, dog, or early in the 1st round. So could he do what Richardson did though? Yeah,
maybe
for sure. He could.
Santiago Bond, what's up? I think this is our first time seeing you. Appreciate you popping in. Said I don't think Cliff leaves yet. I think he might do the Ben Johnson thing, man. Maybe what we should do is bump his pay. Show him he's.
It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter because he goes over to Arizona.
It's a gesture. Extend his contract. You can't just sit there and do nothing.
You can get him some extra shit. You can get him some hot sauce.
Make him assistant head coach.
Right.
I don't know who gets that role right now. Usually Usually it's for a developmental role. Like Eric Bieniemy was assistant head coach. It's like
but I don't think anybody's being looked to be developed.
Stock your resume. I don't know if we even have that.
For a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yim says Pats are in prime position to be the worst to first potential in 2025 with their picks and cap space with May.
Man, I like May too. I'm not dissing May. May is worthy to keep around. I'm just saying if I own them niggas and I'm used to being the most money rich laden football team in America, dog, and Brady's gone, I got to fill them seats up. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to lose anyways. Lose with Shador, Dion at the head coach, and then trade May for Hunter. Dog, I would do it. One of the top 5 teams ain't getting a quarterback that's better than May, huh?
Only if you're hoping that works out. Otherwise, you're making money now to lose a lot later.
But here's the thing, though. What do you do at first if you're them? Do you take Hunter number 1? Because he's clearly the best player in the draft. It's not a quarterback.
Yeah, why would you not? Best player.
Seems like a lot for the number 1 pick that you don't know that he's probably a top 5 receiver and a top 5.
So I have more confidence in Travis translating to NFL than Shador.
Really, you do though. But you got. I mean, I agree. He's probably a top 5 receiver, top 5 corner, right? But you risk in the draft.
This idea that it has to be a quarterback every time is ridiculous. You don't have to have a quarterback go number 1 just because it's a quarterback.
I agree with that, but you also wouldn't want to pick a receiver or a corner at number 1 either.
Phil Bullock says Shador is the new Brian Leftwich.
Yeah, Byron Leftwich. We would kill for Byron Leftwich before this year.
Yeah, Santiago, first night here. Hail to the Commanders. Hey, appreciate you, man. Welcome to the Command This family, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, he's still getting paid, by Arizona and by us.
Yeah.
But like I said, there might be an offset that we don't know about if he gets picked up by another team. These are hidden contracts. We don't know. It probably not. I'm sure it had leaked if there was, but I would do something if I was Adam Peters. I wouldn't just sit in my hands and say, "All right, Cliff, see ya." I mean, if you're going to replace him, I would do something, a gesture, a title, bump in pay raise, something, and then I would look at Tavita Pritchard if Cliff leaves. The man survived regime change.
I think Cliff's just going to wait for the right opportunity. Until then, he's getting paid from two different sources.
Yeah,
I think he's all right.
If you have a good GM, Todd's right. This is the way to go. This is an Adam Peters move. Trade down, grab a bunch of picks. It could be done. New England fans already love their white bread quarterback. They love Drake May. He's good. I think they found their guy. I think they like him. They were shitting in brisket before the season even started and it got worse. Yep, sure enough. Buying breakfast at Danny's.
IHOP at least.
IHOP. Something. Welcome, Santiago. All right, guys. So we're facing the 7-9 Cowboys. They beat us last time. It was not fun. If you guys remember, it was not.
It was almost fun. It was almost fun.
Cooper Rush came in here and we made him.
Yes, but it was almost fun because of the Terry touchdown.
Are they going to play Trevor Lance?
We don't know. Why would excuse me? I don't see why we're not going to play.
I know CD Lamb's not playing, right?
Yeah, CD Lamb is shut down for the year.
And the running back.
And they waived Ezekiel Elliott.
Here's
the thing with CD Lamb. All right, he didn't really impress me against us. All right, in terms of doing anything with the ball when we played. If you recall that game, he had a bunch of catches and no yards. In fact, I'll pull it up here.
Yeah.
He had 10 catches. He had 10 catches and all of 67 yards.
Yep.
Terry could do that in 5. Terry had 5 catches for 102 that game.
They ran 2 kickoffs back in the last 2 minutes of the game.
CeeDee Lamb, they just spread the ball around too. Yeah. I mean, they had 1,
not
2,
that game.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 people caught a ball that game. That's crazy. I mean, we did too, but
yeah, we but the other thing too is if you look at it, you had CeeDee Lamb got 10 catches. The next person had 3.
Yeah. I mean, Cooper Rush was super efficient, super accurate. He played mistake-free football. They scored 24 points in the fourth quarter of that game.
Yeah, they got 2 kick returns in the last 2
Who knows with kick returns, Dev or Steve?
Still, I'm just saying, they scored 24 points and we scored 17. So short of Terry's 86-yarder, he only had like 20 yards. He had 4 for 20. Like that 86-yarder almost was a miracle.
That's every receiver.
But I'm just saying. They pretty much shut us down that game. I mean, Jayden had a good running game. Everyone else did nothing. It was Jayden threw 2 picks that game. It was just
you go back to the footage and you learn what not to do and do that.
Yeah, I agree. It was a tough game, man. I hope we don't see that again. Is what I'm saying. Utah, what's up? Cliff being treated like a king year 1. No way he risked leaving it. That's the problem. We're not used to coaches doing well and then they want to leave because they're doing well. We're used to just coaches going down with their coach who stays after 4 years and gets fired. That's how it usually is.
Or they pull Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell and all that, just jump ship.
Yeah.
The minute you get an offer.
It's got to be a right offer too. They want stability, right? They want, I'd say 6 years. Arizona gave him a 5-year deal. If I was a coach, give me 6. 6 is stable. Maybe that's what Ben Johnson wanted. I don't know. Yeah, Mrs. Shoney's. Man, I haven't been to a Shoney's in.
Yeah, they got one in Glasgow, which is like 20 minutes away.
No,
they still got a Ponderosa and an Applebee's there, man.
Yeah,
they got a bunch of Shoney's. If you go south on 81,
closest one's like 6 hours.
At breakfast was lit at Shoney's.
Okay. Marcus said we put our worst game, still almost won. We did. We can't have 10 penalties again, Cody. That's right. 10 penalties, 108 yards.
Penalties.
Start a middle school squad at cornerback. We'll win easy. Yeah. I heard rumors say that Cooper Rush was injured. I guess we'll talk about injury reports here in a second.
Yeah, I wonder if Trey Lance is going to play, man. I mean, why not? What do the Cowboys need to?
You have nothing to lose. If Jerry has already told you your
top receivers out,
and your job is secure, Mike McCarthy. Why would you not? So I don't know, but let's look at the injury report here. Let me pull it up.
Has that been said?
What?
His job is secure. I'm assuming
No. There's rumors floating saying that Jerry is content.
I never thought he'd fire him. Perfect.
I thought
coach for that
Bill
situation.
Belichick was going to potentially have a shot personally,
He's not going to go there. He ain't got no say so.
but that didn't happen.
He went to college. We could tell everybody what to do.
He did. All right, let's look at the Cowboys injury report. We'll open this up a little bit. So it's Thursday. There we go. We'll find out Friday. But they only had 2 guys who DNP'd. Nick Vigil. I think, isn't Nick Vigil a former Commander?
Yep.
Foot DNP. Keeman Hall hamstring. Other than that, Micah Parsons has a wrist. He didn't participate Wednesday. He was limited. He might shut himself down. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think he's not playing either.
Eric Kendricks, veteran linebacker, he's full. Jalen Tolbert, wide receiver, he's full. None of these injuries are really crazy. They've already been shut down. CeeDee Lamb's already been shut down, so I guess they're healthy for the most part. You guys see any of these names that strike anything to you?
Not particularly. I mean, Eric Kendricks was a full participant. Of course, he was on rest. So yeah, none of these guys on the Dallas side really jump out and be like, "Whoa."
Yeah, Yam's right. You can see it in body language and face. Micah, you see it in Micah every weekend if you ever tune into the games, man. He's not very happy.
How many more games has McLaurin? How many more touchdowns does McLaurin need to break the season record?
1.
Season record.
That's what I was thinking.
Season record.
Franchise record for he actually co-holds that record right now.
Yeah. So I want to see that for sure. I hope he plays.
Let's see here.
He's always on the list.
Yeah. I was trying to see if I can pull up any Terry record. What record is he going to break potentially?
Most receiving touchdowns in a single season, franchise record.
Okay. Man, that would be sick. That would be so sick.
Every time that Daniels runs the ball, he's breaking the rookie rushing record.
I think he has 105 more yards to beat Cam for total yardage by.
Oh, total yardage, yeah.
Total yardage by any amassed rookie. I think he's like 100 yards short.
Combined yards?
Combined yards. Cam has like 4,000. It's in a tweet somewhere. I might actually have it saved. But could be good, man. Could be cool. Do us a favor, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button for us. And if you're not subbed up, please make sure you're already subbed up. It don't cost a thing, and we would really appreciate it if you did that for us. Moving on to the Commanders, we have 4 DNP'd, which didn't look too good. So Tyler Biadasz would be nice to have him. He hasn't practiced all week with that ankle. That's not looking good, man.
That's not
looking good. Marshawn Lattimore.
I'd set him down.
Marshawn was jogging on the sidelines.
Well, there's no CD, so I'm not necessarily pissed off as long as they can cover Turpin. Cornelius Lucas, groin, he DNP'd. Tyler Owens, safety, he DNP'd. Diami looks like he's back, along with Cleveland Farrell, hamstring and knee, respectively. Jordan McGee is limited. Wiley's limited.
What time is our game?
1:00. Eckler has returned to practice fully off the concussion protocol. He designated to return. He doesn't have to come back. That 21-day window has opened, and Terry was nursing an ankle. I wouldn't play Eckler either. There's no need to. So, yeah. The Waffle House is Marcus's spot. I'm a big fan of Waffle House.
Mine too.
IHOP too, man. Big IHOP fan here.
I'm a Waffle House guy.
I like Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel's good too. Phil said our D didn't get him to force the ball, and Terry is elite, by the way. Yam's just trying to open up Pandora's box right now. We're going to talk about Pro Bowl voting here in a second. But as the injury report, guys, if you have any concerns with any of these injuries, let it be known. I think we're going to be okay from an injury perspective. I don't think we're that bad off, to be honest.
No, not terrible.
Yeah, I know. Any matchups you guys are looking for, particularly?
I would like to see our pass offense open up a little more. Let's take some shots downfield. Whether it's there or it's not, take some shots. Let's see what happens. Let's get this offense looking a little more explosive as we head into the playoffs. Shots.
That's right. We hear that touchdown celebration a little more. That would be nice. What about you, Dev? Anything you're looking forward to from a matchup perspective here?
I want to see is our offensive line versus their defensive line. I want to see some holes. I want to see some good running lanes opened up. That's what I'm looking at.
Some holes in this house.
Some holes. What a holes at?
Yeah, with CD being out, I mean, I'm okay not to have Marshawn. There's not too many other receivers I'm worried about. I mean, you had Turpin with that killer run back from a kickoff, but that was a kickoff. I would just kick it in the end zone every time. Don't even chance it. Don't even, try to do it. Cooper Rush has been playing some pretty good football. If you look at it, his stats this year, they're not terrible. He's throwing at a 61% accuracy, 84 QBR, 1,844 yards, 12 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's not bad for a backup quarterback. And so I think he's saving Mike McCarthy's job. McCarthy's job is what he's doing, and I love it. Save his job. Great. It'd be nice if the Giants kept Brian Daboll too. You're also going to start to see a lot of, if you guys remember last year, we were paying attention to Tankathon every weekend. It was Tankathon to see where we racked and stacked. And it's nice not to have to worry about that this year. Usually that's a thing we got to worry about. So, all right. Commanders win if. All right, Dad, let's start with you, man. Commanders win if. What are the Commanders do?
Don't turn it over. Don't allow big plays.
Don't turn it over. Don't allow big plays.
Yeah, no 2 kick returns, in the fourth quarter. No missing 3 field goals within field goal range or 2 field goals an extra point. Like none of that.
That was Seibert was hurt that game, right? Yeah.
No, he played, but he was playing hurt.
But he missed that extra point somewhere, didn't he?
He missed the extra point. He missed 2 field goals.
Yeah.
Like 40, I think. Some shit.
That'd have been 7 points, and that would have never came to what was going
on. And the 2 kick returns. You know what I'm saying? That's wild. You think about it.
That's very wild.
Yeah.
Hold on. We had 2
kick returns. They ran the onside kick back and a regular kick.
Oh, yeah.
They did a turn around, spin around and shit.
Yeah, Turpin had the big one. He had 179 yards. Eckler had 100 yards returns on that day too, which was crazy.
Yeah, he had one. He had the first one, ran back, called it back.
Yeah.
He ran the first one for a touchdown, called it back. So it's really 3 special team returns that game.
Yeah. All right, Phil. Commanders win if.
Commanders win if they come into this game wanting to prove a point. If they come in already looking at playoffs, they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the ability to look that far ahead. So they come to this game focused on this game. Everything else can wait. Commanders win.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you make a good point because if you remember last game, I think the spread was 10.5, 11. Don't quote me.
They were looking so far ahead.
Yeah, they were, all right, we're going to already start looking at, we had Philadelphia coming up and can't do that. One game at a time. We'll go into over-unders, but the spread is 6 points this time. I think Vegas is like, all right, we're not giving these guys we got a lot of money on Dallas and Commanders last time. We're gonna play it straight this time. So, yeah, I'm with you on that one. Good organized, good teams do routine things routinely. I feel like this game should be a routine for them. We're 11-win team. We're going to the playoffs. Let's act like it. Let's act like we've been here before. Go in, handle your business, just like you did in Cincinnati. We took it to Cincinnati, like you did with Carolina. Took it to Carolina. Let's do that. Handle your business. Jim Sizzy says the O-line showing up. What's up, Jimmy? Thank you for tuning in up from New York. Says the O-line showing up. Yeah, Biotic is going to be out. We just looked at the injury report. It's not looking too good without Biotic. I don't know who's our backup center again.
Save
my life.
Right down.
I remember to save my life. It could be if it's the backup, the long snapper. I'm not sure. But chat, tell us who the backup center is, because for the life of me, I'm having a brain fart and I can't remember.
Because he's played, and I remember going, "Oh God!"
Played last game. Shit.
Did he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I really do not remember who the long snapper or who the backup center is. Is it the long snapper?
No, Tyler Ross, a long snapper. He made the Pro Bowl, by the way.
He did.
Or
It's
an
not
offense.
him though, right? Who plays center? I can't remember.
I'll tell you.
I don't know. I'm sure someone in the chat will tell us. Tim says we win if we hold up on the O line and minimize penalties. Yeah, can't have 10 again. I'm not worried about the Dallas offense. Yeah, but I don't want to look past them either.
Michael Dieter.
Dieter. Okay, Michael Dieter. All right, Michael Dieter. If Terry goes over 65 yards at the touchdown, okay, that's fair.
Nice.
That should be relatively. I'm not gonna say it's relatively easy. I'm not. We thought he was gonna. I mean, he didn't have that till the last second of the game last time. So, if they stick to their game plan, Jayden doesn't try to get. Was Jayden healthy at that game, or was he still in the very tail end of that injury? I can't remember. That was mid-November. That was, what day was that? I don't remember when this game was.
It was November.
November 24th. So I think he was still 1, 2, 3. He was just starting to come out of that rib injury because he was hurt for the Giants, Pittsburgh, and the Philadelphia game. Dallas was after that game. And then he came back the next game and dropped 42 on Tennessee. So I think he was on the tail end of being injured that Dallas game. So this should be a different story. We should go trounce him. Cody said, I'm telling you guys, go find some boy Girl Scouts and let them start in our secondary. We weighted better than Davis. Mike Davis, man.
Mike Davis is terrible.
He's so bad. You know what's funny? I kind of hope they re-sign OZ. Maybe like a 1 or 2 year deal. I got that Sam Howell jersey that you can buy replacement name tapes.
Yeah, you got that. You have that
excuse me,
that name tape ready to go.
Yeah, he has a German last name. Who's he talking about? German last name? Oh, Dieter. Santiago Dieter was all over it, man. All over it. TSA clean up them penalties. He was healthy. Okay. CD and Parsons stay out of the game. CD's out. CD shut down for the year, TSO. And Micah, like I said, he hasn't practiced. He practiced today limited. He might be like, yeah, you know what, coach? I don't feel well. I'm good. Might not see him at all. Who knows, man? We'll see. All right, let's do some over-unders like we normally do. So the spread for the game, like I said, is 6 points. We will keep track of all these. If we don't give away, if no one lands anything for predictions, we'll find a way to get. We'll figure out if we can give something away anyway. Anyways, as a celebration of getting to the playoffs, playoff game part 2. So the spread's -6. We'll save predictions for last, but let's see here. What do they have for? Come on. Game lines. They're not doing me too well. First drive, halves, quarters, team props. They don't have any. DraftKings is really slacking, man. They don't have individual bids out there yet.
I don't have any on FanDuel either. I just look. They got a couple like team ones.
Oh man, let me check Fanatics here. That's wild. Why? I wonder what the deal is. Are they waiting for all the week 17 hoopla to die down before they start? I don't get it.
That one I don't know.
I mean, all right, let's check Fanatics. Can you give us a little bit of love here on the individual props? Come on, guys. Come on. No. Holy smokes. They don't have it either. That is insane. That's wild.
That's odd.
That's very odd. I don't know why they wouldn't have individual player props out yet. DraftKings, FanDuel, or man, all they have is touchdown props for total and then team total. That's it. No individual. That's so funky. Wow. Maybe we'll see him in the next game. All right. So I guess we're not doing that, or we just make those up ourselves. But either way, let's talk about the game here real quick. Game's going to be -6. Over under is 44. -6, 6-point spread, and 44. Excuse me, got to sneeze here in a second. All right, let's just go straight to predictions then, guys.
Okay.
So with the -6 and an over under of 44, 1 o'clock game, Dallas has a retractable dome. I don't think weather's going to be a factor.
No.
Who's got a prediction?
I do 34-16. Good guys.
34-16. Washington. All right. I'm gonna go 30-24. I don't know why. 30-24. Dev, what do you got?
27-14.
27-14.
Yeah.
27-14. All right, those in the chat, put your predictions in. Sorry, I wasn't going to blow my nose on camera there. All right, we got Tim with 31-13. Okay, that's a big spread, man. You guys are really predicting a blowout there. It's going for Washington, right, Tim? Just joking. Cody's got 34-20. Yeah, 28-20. Okay, Yam's going a little bit closer to the spread. Man, I had 54. I got them busting. No, there's no way. I'm going to lower mine. I'm going to say 27-20. That's what I'll go with. 27-20 for me. Cody has 34-20. Yam has 28-20. I gotcha. Marcus 34-10. Holy smokes, you and Tim, man. You guys are really calling the blowout.
I mean, I said 34-16. I'm calling for a blowout.
I mean, that kind of score, that's where you get Marcus Mariota playing in the fourth quarter. Actually, you know what? Even versus Tennessee, we blew them out, and we still didn't. Jayden didn't leave. If it gets to a point though where the score is that high, you pull him, right?
Maybe
it's playoff time. It's week 17.
I think you pull him too. He pulled him in less.
Yeah, Jim Sleazy 38-20. Good guys. All right. Tia's got 30-26 Commanders.
She got a close one.
You do, Tia. 30-26, huh?
That's not a bad bet.
That's not bad. You never know. Never know. Santiago has 35-17. Okay. We got quite a few people busting the Vegas over-under. That's okay. It happens all the time. So just to recap, I got 27-20. By the way, everyone's choosing Washington to win. Phil has 34-16. Dev has 27-14. Tim has 31-13. Cody has 34-20. Yam has 28-20. Marcus 34-10. Jim Sleazy 38-20. Tia 30-26. Santiago Bond with a 35-17. All right, that's the predictions for the week, ladies and gentlemen. We just kind of went to predictions. Let's talk about some Pro Bowl voting here, guys. Pro Bowl votes. So if you haven't
all over this map,
if you haven't paid attention, the Pro Bowl announcements were released today, and there were lots of people, Commanders, selected on this list. And I'm gonna put this up here for you real quickly. Long story short, Jayden and Terry are starters. That's really all you need to know right now. Jayden and Terry are starters, which is pretty cool. I don't know the last time we had, or if ever we had, have we ever had multiple people make the Pro Bowl before as starters?
Yes.
Rippin and Monk. I don't know.
That's the area you're going back to.
Yeah, it has to be that. All right, let's talk about it. So, and people are up in arms about this. I posted on our Command Twitter. It's Jackson Smith and Jigba, great wide receiver, right? His numbers are comparable to Terry's in every aspect except for touchdowns, but he didn't make it. And it's player votes, it's fan votes, and it's coaches votes. So as a fan, we did our jobs. We put so many people on this list. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. I'm going to show you right now. Let's just start at the top. There's a better list out there that I do have to find, but check it out. There it is. Jayden Daniels, Sam Darnold, and Jeff Goff as your quarterbacks. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Terry McLaurin, Amon-Ra St. Brown your wide receivers. Deb, we can finally say Terry is up there with the big dogs in the league. We've never said it before. We've said it, but now we actually have something to back it up with.
We do this year.
Yeah, and Cody
Stackle.
makes a good point. Don't matter, our guys won't be playing in the Pro Bowl for another reason. I would love if that was the case, man. I would love that none of our players were playing because we're going to the show.
Would be cool.
I really wish they would put the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl, though, because you want to see those players, right?
Yeah.
I don't like the new format. Not a fan. Not a fan. Yam said, did y'all see the Eagles fans bitching about Jayden being selected? They're so salty still. I don't know why.
They think that Jalen Hurts got robbed. Jalen Hurts has had a great year doing quarterback sneaks. Other than that, he hasn't had a great year.
Yeah, his passing numbers aren't even. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna look it up.
And also, the thing about Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's
a good receiver.
A very possession receiver. I mean, he caught a lot of balls for barely more yards than Terry.
Yeah,
has half the touchdowns. You know, the numbers, the parts where you look at who's more dynamic, Terry wins those. So that's why Terry's in.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to pull up these stats because Yam mentioned it. The overall numbers for this year. Let's look at these stats here, guys. All right, Yam, you've provoked this. Let's see. Let me get rid of this comment here. All right, there's your numbers. Jayden has one more game over him, one less victory.
Yeah, he's rushed more times than Jayden and run for less yards.
Jayden's 1 point completion percentage higher practically. Jayden has 600 more your passing yards. He's averaging more.
He has more rush attempts. He has more rush yards on less rush attempts.
77 more passing touchdowns. 4 more interceptions, but comes with the territory. Yeah, look at it like you said, Phil. Jalen has 6 more rushing attempts, but Jayden has 234 more.
Yeah, he has 14 rush touchdowns. How many of those have been tush push?
Yeah, it's not even close, man.
I don't know what a fan point is. What the fuck is that?
I think they do like a general fantasy football.
Yeah,
standard scoring on which is like, whatever the standard scoring for fantasy football is.
Right.
That's it. So Jim says, I can't wait to watch this flag football matchup. Yeah, Philly's mad about Jayden and AJ Brown. Now, AJ Brown, I can see. But once again, it goes about to voting. AJ Brown had a great year. I'm not sure what his stats were, but all right, let me go back to the Pro Bowl voting here.
Only person I complain about is I think what's the name should have went, man, at linebacker.
Luvu or Bobby Wagner?
No, outside linebacker, your boy
Luvu.
No, Fowler. He has like 11 sacks, right, or some shit. That was kind of
Dante Fowler.
That was kind of weird.
Was he an alternate?
Yeah, I think so. He got like 11 alternates. I think no one had more alternates than us, right? Had a bunch of
I actually have the full roster. Let's do this.
The alternates are all going to play in the Pro Bowl though.
This would be a little harder to see, but I got you. That's why we have Zoom. So let's start at the top. All right, you can see all the alternates.
Yeah, so we had a lot of
Tyler Biadasz.
I don't see Fowler. I don't see Fowler
still up there as a top 10 corner.
Yeah, we did our job, man. Cornerback.
Crosby is number 3 guard.
I see how many of those are new guys. Hold on. So Biadasz is new. Fowler's new. I'm not Fowler, but
Samerstill's new. Cornerbacks. So Samerstill is the 6th best. Defensive end. No Commanders made it.
Wow.
Defensive tackle. No Commanders made it. I can see that.
Bobby Wagner's leads for inside linebacker.
We didn't have a fullback, so I can see that. Let's go down to free safety. I don't think Quan was worth it. Guard, Sam Cosmi, number 3.
There you go.
2 Lions.
One
Man,
of them penalties probably took him out there running.
probably. Inside linebacker, Bobby Wagner was number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1. Moving over to kicker. We better not have anyone on there.
We would have if Cyber had gotten hurt.
Or look at Brandon McManus, number 8.
Fucking jerks.
That
Long
hurts a
snapper,
little bit.
Tyler Ott.
Can't get all of them right, I guess.
You cannot. This is titled top 10 Pro Bowl voters by position. I don't think this means that. Does it mean that all these people made it?
Man, all these dudes are gonna be playing because nobody's gonna play in that thing.
If we don't make it, yeah.
Frankie
Outside
Louvu,
linebacker, Frankie Louvu.
Fowler deserved it. Frankie Louvu
And
deserved
Fowler
it.
number 5.
Even though Frankie Louvu didn't have any quantifiable stats that would say that, but we all see the tape.
Dude, he had like 9 pass deflections, some
Right.
crazy stupid number like that. Insane.
Dante Fowler had enough sacks. He should have made it.
Yeah.
Over the guys that made it.
Yep. Punter, Tress Way, number 2. Now, I'm assuming this is, I don't know if this is fan voting. I think this is fan voting. This doesn't account for the coaches and the players' votes, but
Tress Way.
Tress Way, number 2. Quarterback, Jayden Daniels. Boom. Joe Burrow, number 2.
Look at the people ahead of him who aren't going to make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brian Robinson, number 7, running back.
There we go. Brian Robinson. Jameer Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry,
Brian
Josh
Robinson
Jacobs,
should be on
Danny
that
Montgomery.
Especially over Chase Brown. Y'all stupid.
Austin
Like,
Eckler.
Or Mixon. Mixon should be like number 3 on the list. It should have been Saquon, Henry, Joe Mixon.
Dude,
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs is so good. He's so good. So good.
This year, anyways.
This year. It's all about this year.
Yeah.
Austin Eckler, number 7 kickoff returner. Return specialist. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he ain't did that shit in like a month.
I know. Strong safety, Jeremy Chin, number 4. There you go.
Chin music.
Chin music. Special
Special
teams,
teams,
Revo.
Jeremy Reed,
Revo,
number
number
2.
2.
Revo, the newly engaged Jeremy Reeves.
Yeah, Revo was an alternate. He was an alternate.
He's been an all pro NFL player before, though.
Yeah, he has.
Hey, by the way, that's the only list that really fucking counts.
Zach
I
Ertz
think-
is on the list for tight ends.
I think that McLaurin might make an all pro team. One in first and second. I think he might get the second and the third one. They got 3 teams, right?
That I don't know. I thought it was definitely 2. I don't know if there's 2.
The second team.
He's making that second team at least because you got to go Chase and probably Jefferson, CD Lamb. Then it's going to be him. I think.
And
You
AJ Brown.
can make an argument for Amon St. Ra, though.
Yeah.
Amon
Tight ends,
St. Ra.
like Phil said, Zach Ertz, number 7. And then wide receiver, Terry McLaurin, number 4.
Hey, also, Jayden might make one of them teams.
All pro?
It's going to be close.
He'll definitely make all rookie. Definitely get rookie of the year.
He's
I mean,
Pro
he's
Bowler.
made the Pro
He
Bowl.
might make All Pro.
It's gonna be close.
He is worthy of discussion for MVP.
It's going to be close. It's going to probably be Lamar, Allen, and Burrow. I think they got 3 teams. But I think that, I mean, honestly, if they did a real thing, but hey, there's no reason why you couldn't choose Daniel over somebody.
Yeah.
His quarterbacks.
Yep. Yeah. Still cool stuff, man. Like like I said, we're not used to having players. Usually we might get one player if we're lucky.
Galway points out Jayden Daniels has already beat Kurtz's career high in touchdown passes.
See, why are they getting so mad?
Utah says, I'll say it quiet out loud. I think a lot of Philly fans don't trust Hurts due to rushing touchdowns. They're jealous of JD5 because he's all around great.
Yeah. And then there's arguments about strength of schedule, right? Strength of schedule. I said this before.
If you want to look at it statistically,
strength of schedule. It only matters to me when the year's over, looking back. It doesn't do anything in the current year because there's so much parity. I mean, the Commanders right now are sitting at 502. We're middle of the pack. They say we had a last place schedule. We were the second worst team in the NFL last year, but our strength of schedule is middle of the pack. So it like I said, strength of schedule to me is irrelevant in the middle of the season. You play who you play. Like I don't understand. People are still bitching about strength of schedule. The Browns have the worst strength of schedule.
Honestly, if you want to talk about any Philly quarterback, Jayden kind of reminds me of 1990 Randall Cunningham. Went out there, threw for 30 touchdown passes, 3,500 yards. but also he ran for 942 yards that year, 8 yards a carry. And he was a Pro Bowler. He was second overall MVP voting, second overall Offensive Player of the Year. So realistically, yeah. I mean, I would compare Jayden to prime Randall Cunningham. The Eagles want a comparison.
Yeah, I agree. And just so you guys know, if you go on the NFL YouTube channel, I'm debating if I should show this. There's a 5. So Jayden Daniels mic'd up versus the Falcons last week.
Yeah.
And there's lots of really good footage of him. It's only 5 minutes. If you go on the YouTube channel, NFL YouTube channel, they all the people that are mic'd up throughout the week, Jayden's just one small snippet for 5 minutes of a longer video. But Jayden starts at one minute. So if you want to watch it, it starts at 1 minute. It's just real cool. I will play one piece of it here. Phil talked about this on Monday. We didn't have the actual footage to talk about it, but if you remember Marcus Mariota going on the field. So the last drive, if you remember, when we did the film review, Jayden was gassed. He literally willed us to victory. 3 consecutive runs. He had so many runs. He was just done. And so during that last time out,
a massive hit.
Yeah, and he took a massive hit on the goal line. That's right. And Marcus Mariota goes on the field and just gives him some words of wisdom. And we'll play it for you here very quickly. It's only 30 seconds. Make sure the volume's up for you guys. Stand up. Get your air. Use your God-given ability. Go win us this game.
Hey, what's up?
I mean, he just won the game. Look how tired he was. He knew it.
Thank you for making me right, baby. I love you.
So Dieter said, "Thank you for making me right. I love you." I wonder what that meant. Making me right as in corrected me, or making me right as I wonder what Dieter meant by saying that.
They probably said, "Hey man, y'all want Drake man? I mean, y'all want Daniel?"
Dieter said, "No, we're getting this guy." I thought he meant something on the field because as the backup center, maybe he messed up and Jayden corrected him on the field or something. I'm not sure. Either way, I thought that was really, really cool, man. It was really cool to see Marcus Mariota give him some of that love. But Yam says, funny how the Cowboys ended up with the easiest schedule, but they were dog water this season. That's what I'm saying. There's so much parity when you say strength of schedule going into the season. It doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. It matters in college football, but that's about it. I don't see how you talk about it in the NFL till the season's over.
Momentum, perhaps.
Maybe. But to use it as ammo from another team saying the Commanders had a 4th place schedule. Look, that graphic I just showed, the Eagles have one of the easiest strength of schedules. And the Philly fans are like, well, see, it's because they beat everyone. So their losses pile up. And the Commanders only have such a high strength of schedule because they played Philly, who has 12 wins. I'm like, that's why it doesn't matter. Like, stop using it as ammo. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. All right, guys, what else we want to talk about? You got anything else?
Man, I'm just ready for us to wrap up the season with a win. I want 12 wins badly. Taste it.
12 wins. That would be first since when?
Since 1991.
1991.
That's when we won 14
and 2.
Yep.
That's right. 14 and 2, man.
It is crazy we could have a 14-win team as a playoff team.
Yeah.
That is unprecedented. You know, and Washington has gone to the playoffs as a wild card as a 12-win team before. They did that in 86.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of you have this, 12 wins is kind of hallowed ground. You should be winning divisions at 12 wins. And they finished 2 games behind division winner in 86, which was the Giants, who went on to win the Super Bowl that year. In fact, pretty much the only team Washington could not figure out was the Giants that year.
Yeah.
They lost, both regular season games and the NFC Championship that year to the Giants. But outside of that, I mean, they had a firepower offense, could really move the ball. George Rogers had 12 touchdowns rushing. I'm sorry, no, he had 18 touchdowns rushing. And, you had Jay Schrader and you had Art Monk, Gary Clark. Ricky Sanders was starting to come into his own as well. So the posse was in its forming stages. So 86 is the last time we had a 12-win season where we didn't win the division, which is the only time that's happened for us. Is that we won that many games and did not win the division was 86. And this team kind of feels like the 86 team to me, in the sense that they have an offense and score points at will. They have a defense that can make plays, but is also susceptible to big plays. And also you have a young quarterback, and you have one proven receiver and a bunch of guys who are contributing out of nowhere, which Clark and Sanders are doing in 86. No one knew Ricky Sanders and Gary Clark really that well when they came to this team. It wasn't until 85, 86 they started coming into their own.
Yeah.
So 86 team does go to the NFC Championship. They do lose 17-0 to the Giants that game. That was a huge weather. Weather was a huge issue in that game because Giants punter was Sean Landeta. He was used to punting into high wind, cold weather like that. And
wore number 5. Did he wear number 5?
Huh?
I feel like Shalandetta was number 5. Was he number 5?
I believe he was.
I don't know.
Might be right.
So
yeah. Speaking of random stat, I saw another Twitter from Ari Marov. Mike McCarthy declined to say who will be the starting quarterback on Sunday. For what it's worth, Cooper Rush has an additional $250K incentive tied to playing 55% of snaps this season. He's currently at 52.3, and it cannot be rounded up. Will they screw that man out of a big payday?
If Trey Lance trots out there, you'll know that.
Oh my gosh, that would be such a Jerry Jones thing to do, man. Yam's talking about college football. Arizona State running back is a beast. That's Scatabo. Scatabo. You guys see him play? You see him, Phil?
Yeah, I saw.
You see, Dev? You see who Scatabo is?
No,
Arizona State guy. He kind of reminds me of a really, really better and faster version of Peyton Hillis. White dude, but very jacked, very good running back. He's going to make some noise. He's had a fantastic game against Texas, but I don't know.
Anybody else playing tonight?
Yeah, Georgia lost to Notre Dame.
No, I'm talking about like after that.
No,
I don't think so.
Is that the game they replaced from yesterday because of the incident that happened in?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really watch a lot of college football, man, until it's over. I watch the draft shit, but other than that, I don't.
Towards the end, college football is really fun to watch. That's about all I'll watch it towards the end of the season. Yeah,
I don't understand the bowl system. Like, you just kind of cheapen the Sugar Bowl by having them also able to win the Cotton Bowl. It's just kind of weird to me. But
they kept the bowl system, but they added the playoffs, which is better. The bowls, who cares?
I mean, the games are better, but it just
needed the 12-game playoff because it now brings equality to me to college football, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, all the SEC teams got their ass whooped, right?
And I love it. I'm here for it. Cody says, I've been dying for a 10-win season. Now I'm all for that 12th win. I think DQ wants that win in Dallas. Man, everything's lining up for it. 12 wins in your first season. It puts him really in the running for coach of the year. Although I think it's going to go to Dan Campbell or Kevin O'Connell. Those two are going to Dan Quinn in a close third. But man, 12 wins, first season off a rebuild. Give it to me. Give it to me, babe. Sounds like we got some magic around number 5. My birthday is February 12th, 1970. Do the math. Oh, so are you saying, what are you saying? 30, you're going to be 55, around 5. Is that Super Bowl weekend? No, Super Bowl weekend is the 9th. But still, close enough, man. 5. We go to Super Bowl with 5. Idiots. Nate, love you, man.
I don't know who that is.
Thanks for popping. Yeah, Nate with the
you have aptly described our podcast.
Yes.
Well.
Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
Yes, let's go. No wonder why Trey Lance hasn't played. I mean, it depends. Are they trying to get Cooper rushed that incentive. I don't know. I have no idea. But we'll see. All right, we're going to close it out here. Yam says, what sucks to me is that due to that Notre Dame loss, you got kicked out of any bowl games. Meanwhile, they beat teams they beat during the season got bowl games. Make it make sense. Yeah, the bowl game system, the ranking system, I don't know, are always messed up. So in college, that's for what it's worth. It's a business, man. NCAA is for profit. It's not for student athletes. That's why.
Sure.
But it's good to see Bama going down in flames because they got their asses trounced by Michigan. Love to see it. Love to see it. Marcus Edelin says Pat Kelsey got the number 1 point guard in the country. I don't know who that is.
Dev? He's muted.
No,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw that on a Bleacher Report, man. That's pretty dope. I hope that works out, man.
Yeah.
Go Louisville.
Go Louisville. All right, guys. We got a 1 o'clock game on Sunday versus the Cowboys. There is some stuff at stake here. It's not going to be a rollover for sure, but there's some seeding. We're in the playoffs no matter what. So we appreciate everyone for tuning in. Please click that like button on Facebook. See, we only got 13, but we got plenty more watching. So please hit the like button for us. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you Sunday. And then we'll be back in here Monday to recap where we're going for the game. We don't know where we are playing we don't know when we are playing the next weekend. There's 3 games on Saturday, 3 games on Sunday, and then a Monday night game.
We should know what's going on by Monday.
Oh, of course. I just want to know, are we Saturday or Sunday? Are we Saturday or Sunday? That's all I want to know. But let's get that 12th win, man. Just like Yam says, 6th seed, 12th win. Rams are scared of us. We can get revenge on the Bucs. Win-win. Yeah, it's a different game. It's a different Jayden. It's a different team.
And I feel like that.
And no Chris Godwin.
The Bucs defense has kind of regressed a little bit.
Yeah.
The Rams defense is very much like ours, very bend but don't break.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be interesting to see who we end up drawing, because I don't see a team that's completely unbeatable out there with the exception of Detroit. I don't think we match up well with Detroit, but we match up well with everybody else in the playoffs. So we can definitely see a deep run by this team.
That's it. Straight up. All right, guys, we are getting out of here. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll catch you on Monday for the post-game recap. As always, the audio will be available here shortly, so make sure you check that out. If you're check it out, we get all your audio podcasts. So, all right, now we out of here. Peace and hail. We out.